Welcome back to the Mystic Media channel. Here is the first free reading in a series of free readings that I'll be doing between today and tomorrow. So this first reading is for, I'm just going to call you D, because I'm not sure if you asked to be kept anonymous, but when I say your birth date, you'll know who I'm talking about. So, you were born August 10th, 1997. And your love interest was born August 5th, 1999. We're going to call him D too because both of your names begin with D. And basically you just want to know, am I compatible with D? Where will there be sex between us? We're both Leos. So this is quite interesting. And you sent me this request a couple of months ago, I believe. So you contacted me again. You resent your free reading request, I believe back in December. And so obviously you still haven't gotten the D yet. So let me know if you have been successful, but I'm going to do this free reading for you anyway. All right. So my answer, so I consulted the cards. I looked at the two of your charts individually and also through Synastry. So I pulled some cards, and regarding your question about will there be sex between us, because I wanted to focus on the sex part first. I wanted to just get down to the nitty gritty. So, will there be sex between us? So I did a 4-card reading. 4 cards. First card is situation. Second card is challenge. Third card is the advice. And fourth card is the outcome. Now, first card is Page of Swords. That's you, like, just wondering, on standby, kind of like just questioning, curious. The second card, that's the Knight of Cups, and that's in the challenge position. And that deals with basically wishful thinking. You're at this point is, it's a fantasy. You really haven't acted on it. And it can also point to D, your love interest, not really stepping up to the plate, not really giving you signs that he's really down with it, or not even being assertive with that. So it's like, kind of in the fantasy stage right now, kind of, well, if you are. But like I said, let me know if you become successful since we last communicated via email. Now, the advice is the Four of Wands. And when I saw that card, I was like, so I see that as a yes. Because that Four of Wands is like, that's like you hitting a milestone. That's like you accomplishing something. And it's a very sexy card. It's a card of good times. It's a card of having arrived. Like, I've arrived. Like, here I am. Like, boom. And then the outcome is the Two of Pentacles. And that can deal with there being a paradigm shift. Things change now as a result of sex taking place. Now, going back to that Four of Wands card, because tarot cards, just like astrology, like planets and signs, have multiple meanings. So I'm looking at that Four of Wands card, and I'm like, okay, the onus is on you to make it happen. So yes, the two of you can have sex, but you gotta seduce him. And that's where that Knight of Cups comes in. And this is where your chart comes in, because you're a Pisces South Node. And that's where that fantasy comes in. That's where that wishful thinking comes in. That's representing that Knight of Cups. So you could do this wishful thinking about him forever and never seal the deal in terms of sex. So in this lifetime, you gotta be more about, what's real, what you can actually achieve, what's actually doable, what you can go about achieving through some kind of method. And with that being said, basically you got to take matters into your own hands with respect to this goal that you have. Stop wishing and make it happen by using that Leo finesse. So basically, with your Venus being conjoined to your North Node in Virgo, it's like you got to learn the art of seduction. Because in this lifetime, you're going to learn some valuable skills and techniques. That's that Venus conjoined to your North Node in Virgo. So you have the potential to become a very, I'll say a class A lover by developing certain techniques, learning certain methods, and also by learning the art of seduction. And you can do that by practicing on D, your love interest. Now with D, his South Node is in Aquarius and is conjoined to his Uranus. So even though he's a Leo, he's not as Leo as he could be in this lifetime, or else y'all might have probably already had sex already. But he's not the type of person that is going to put himself out there if he doesn't believe that, it's a definite chance. He's not going to be the type of person that he may not even be that sexual. Like, somebody really has to bring it out in him, because while he has Mars in Scorpio, which can make somebody very sexual, his Mars is squaring that Aquarius, South Node, and Uranus. And that could deal with other issues too. I'm not going to get into that. But anyway, yeah, so he's the type of person where he could, like, a lot of his sexual energy could be suppressed. And it may take someone to bring it out. And you can bring it out in him, but you can't go about doing it in a blatant way where you're just being all forward with it. You really gotta get inside his head and stimulate his mind in order to stimulate his other head. So you have that hookup in your chart where you can make that happen. So in terms of synastry, your Mercury is in sextile to his Mars. And that's basically where you can use your words to wake that dick up and have it standing at attention and have it all hot and throbbing. And let me stop. I'm just like, But yeah, you got to learn the art of seduction. You got to use that Leo finesse, but you can't come about it in a very forward, dominant way, because he'll be turned off more than likely. Now, he's a 5 too in terms of birth number, so he's very cerebral. He's a very cerebral Leo. So again, you're not going to really get him by just being all, outwardly sexy and outwardly seductive. So you got to be subtle with it. And you really got to, use your words to make that D stand at attention. So to your next question, am I compatible with D? So I pulled 4 cards for this situation. So first card I got is the Ace of Swords. Second card, 7 of Pentacles. Third card, the Emperor. Fourth card, 4 of Cups. Now, when I look at your synastry, this goes hand in hand with the synastry, the tarot reading. So that Ace of Swords is about, okay, at this point, you want to be definitive, like you want to know for sure. Like you want to know what's what. You don't want to have to be wondering. Second card, 7 of Pentacles. That's where it's like, yeah, you are unsure. That's the problem. Because he's not sending you those signals to let you know that, yeah, there's this connection here. There's that chemistry. And that also deals with you, trying to assess the situation. Third card is the Emperor. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, I don't like that card. I don't like that shit. And that deals with basically his Saturn is squaring your sun and his Mars is squaring your sun as well. That type of relationship is going to be very one-sided, with him wielding the authority, wielding most of the power, especially because he got Mars in Scorpio. You can expect him to be very selfish. And this is why the two you haven't did the deed yet. That's part of the reason. And like I said, another part of the reason is his South Node in Aquarius is conjoined to his Uranus. So he's coming from a lifetime of not being very sexual. He could have been asexual in a past lifetime. Or he could have been homosexual. But let me know if you have any questions. You can either send me an email or just post a comment in the comment section. And like I said, I'll be doing readings throughout the day, today and tomorrow. So if you submitted a question back in December, you may be selected. And if you would like a chance for a free reading for the month of March, would that be the month of March? No, for the month of February, send me an email with free reading in the subject line. Post your birth information and a question. And the more interesting the question, the more chances you have of being picked. Because, I'm sure my viewers don't want to see some, just some basic stuff or whatever like that. So yeah, the more interesting and pressing your question, the better. But anyway, if you would like a reading now, an in-depth reading, you could go to my website at ravina.com. I'll be back with more free readings and more videos in general. Peace and many blessings.